He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I saw the movie Birdman. Now this movie, it stars Michael Keaton, Emma Stone, Edward Norton, Naomi Watts, Zach Galifianakis. There's so many people in this movie and it's kind of like one of those films that's just getting a lot of word of mouth. It's not really playing in a lot of theaters, but I finally had a chance to go and see it. I knew nothing about this film going in. I had never seen a preview. The only thing I had seen was the movie posters, and I knew it was Michael Keaton in some sort of Birdman costume. I thought it was about Michael Keaton as this really cheesy superhero. That's what I thought it was about. It is not. Michael Keaton stars as this has-been actor named Regan, who played the Birdman character in this fictional series that took place, and he's kind of like this washed-up actor. His biggest role was Birdman, and it kind of obviously correlates to him playing Batman back in the day in the 80s and the 90s, and it kind of plays off of that. So now this is like 20, 30 years later, and he is directing and starring in a Broadway play at the St. James Theater in New York, and he's kind of doing this revival, trying to restart his career. As soon as this film starts, you're kind of like, I don't really want to give anything away, but he kind of has superpowers, and it kind of, you're like, wait, what? What does this have to do with him being in a play? It was interesting. It definitely held my interest. This film is shot in one take. Realistically, obviously, it's not in one take. It has some cuts in there, like, hidden, but they shoot it in a continuous take, and you're basically a character in the film, and you're just following them around the stage and outside. It all takes place at the St. James Theater in New York, and within, like, a 2-block radius. So it's kind of cool to see this theater, because I'm a big James Dean fan, and I know all about the St. James Theater because James Dean did a play there with Geraldine Page back in the 1950s, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're showing like the inner workings of the theater, and I kept thinking of James Dean there. So there's my James Dean reference of the day. But again, it was in one take, and you just kind of felt like you were there, and it was kind of exhausting watching because there was no like reprieve, or like, you just were like, oh my gosh, keep going and going and going and going, and it worked for me, and I thought it was a nice little twist in the movie. All of the actors in this film were amazing. I mean, Edward Norton was hilarious and funny. His character doesn't have much of an arc, but he was great. Michael Keaton, I love that he's back, and I mean, he hasn't done a feature in like 6 years as a lead. Emma Stone, I even liked her, and I usually not a big fan of hers, but I thought she was really funny. Naomi Watts, I thought was great. Zach Galifianakis, he lost like 1,000 pounds. Overall, I thought this movie was really interesting. Wow, isn't that ironic? A bird is chirping. Birdman. I would suggest seeing this film if you can get to it. It's not playing in a lot of theaters. It's not going to really pique a lot of just anybody's interest, but I personally thought it was a great film, very enjoyable to watch, and it was fun and it was different. So it's called Birdman. Wow, these birds are really into this review. Go check it out. It's called Birdman, playing in a theater maybe near you. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.